Hey yo, salute to all my subscribers and a special shout out to everybody else passing through. YouTube, what's good? Here we go again. So literally minutes after doing my last blog, I jump on Facebook and there's a post. And this person that posted the post that I'm about to read typically does post, I won't say controversial, but things that, usually cause a conversation. And it's kind of dope because I like that people are having the discussion and coming to the table. So I'm definitely here for it when it happens. I don't usually engage. I usually just kind of watch the discussion in the comments and see, what's happening, because I feel like a lot of times when I comment, this person, they're kind of unnecessarily rude and defensive, and it's unnecessary. But that's neither here nor there. It is what it is. I can't help why people are the way they are. The question is, it's a question that this person posted. It says, help me understand. It's a female. It says, help me understand why y'all think a female should fund a DNA test that y'all want. And then it says in capital letters, not happening. So I responded and said, so wait a minute. Do you think that if a woman confesses to cheating and she says she is pregnant and you deserve to know if the baby's yours after she cheated, that she shouldn't have to pay for it? And this is the unnecessarily rude part. So the person put in all capital letters in a comment. So the question was, and then in a whole nother comment, if a man asks for a DNA test, should he pay for it? That's the question I was responding to. So I said, yes, but what if I'm asking because I found out she cheated? And the response was, fuck yes, if he wants it, he should, in capital letters. And then my last comment before I decided I wasn't even going to drag it out anymore, I said, look, I'm sorry, but if I find out my wife cheated and she's pregnant, I think the least she can do and will have to do is pay for DNA testing, especially if you asking me not to divorce your ass. Fellas, let me explain something to y'all. And this is all due respect to the person who posted this, because my only issue with this person is that in their comments and some of their replies to me personally, I feel like they're unnecessarily rude. See, me on this platform, when I have these discussions and when we have these different conversations about different things, I'm not automatically unnecessarily rude to people who comment. I'm going to have the conversation with you. I'm going to engage with you, because that's how we help quell some of these, some of the separation between not just men and women, but individuals and relationships. This is how we figure out and learn to better understand each other for the purpose of us getting along better. If you approach me in an ignorant way, if you approach me in a disrespectful way, then yes, then I'm going to match that energy with similar energy, but not just right off the rip. And that's automatically a red flag. But fellas, let me explain something to y'all. If you are with a female who you have done nothing wrong, you're in a relationship with this woman, she tells you that she's pregnant, and either shortly before or shortly after you find out this woman is pregnant, whether she confesses it to you, whether you find out and then you confront her and she admits it, but either shortly before or shortly after you find out that a woman that you're seeing, you are dating this woman, you're in a relationship with this woman, a whole relationship, might be living together, might already have a child, might be married, in a relationship at the very least, and this woman admits to or confesses to or is found out to have literally had sex with another person, and then now you know that she's pregnant, carrying a child. And it's even worse when you're married, because in most states, I'm pretty sure the vast majority, definitely the state that I live in, and definitely the state that this person lives in who posted this question. And this is the fucked up part for married men. If you are married to a woman who has an extramarital affair while in that marriage with you, an extramarital affair, and she gets pregnant, the law says that because you are married to that woman, that you are essentially the father of that child. Yeah, you can get DNA testing to prove that you're not the father, and you can have all these court battles and shit, but barring the outcome of those court proceedings, the law looks at you as being the financial, the person who is financially obligated to take care of that child. It's fucked up, but that's how the law looks at it. And definitely in the state that I live in. But let's get back to chopping this bullshit ass fable. If you are with a woman and you find out shortly before or shortly after that she has sex with a whole nother person while with you, and she is pregnant, you have every fucking right to demand that she gets a DNA test to prove that that's your child, especially if she's going to be asking you to stay in the relationship or stay in the marriage. And even if not, you know that there's a possibility that you leave that situation, you may end up in family court on some child support shit. You want to know if that child is yours. I don't think, no fucking way in hell do I think that you in a relationship with another woman, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and she's not, and she gets pregnant and could potentially have just brought another man's whole baby into your relationship in her body while you're with her, and if she for a second acts as if she shouldn't have to pay for a DNA test, let me explain something to you. You're dealing with a woman, in my opinion, who was not raised right. You're dealing with a woman, in my opinion, who clearly has no respect for men, and you should immediately distance yourself as far as you humanly possibly can from this woman. I don't give a fuck if she has a child. I don't give a fuck even if that child does turn out to be yours. You're dealing with a woman that not only can you not trust, but that you shouldn't even have any respect for. So always take care of your child. But please, never, fellas, I mean this shit. Please take this shit, seriously. If you were dealing with a woman who takes that approach to you after she fucked up, because they got no problem holding us accountable and saying that we're assholes when we're assholes, and saying that we ain't shit when we cheat and when we step out with other women, and when we don't adhere to our responsibilities. But these women, too many of them, not all, but too many of them feel entitled. Too many of them feel like they can get away with whatever the fuck they want just because they're women. This ain't about women shouldn't pay for shit and da-da-da. We talking about a whole life that I'm going to be responsible for taking care of. I need to know that this child is mine. Fuck is you thinking if you think for a motherfucking second that I don't have the right to know that information, to ask that question? That shit sound all the way stupid. That shit don't even sound like it makes sense. So fellas, I'm not gonna make this one too long. I just seen this shit and I'm like, yo, nah, I gotta bring this shit to the platform. Please do not deal with any woman who is that arrogant, who is that disrespectful, who clearly has no grip on reality, that she will literally think that she fucked up, but doesn't need to prove to you at her own cost that a child that she's carrying is yours after you just literally found out that this woman cheated on you and now she's pregnant. Don't do that shit, fellas. Don't play that game, because it's time that we start to take back the total lack of respect that for so long us as men have gotten from women. And this is not about all men. It's not about all women. It's about the men who do what they're supposed to do, who are living their lives the right way, and just happen to get involved with women who aren't about shit, either because they've been hurt too many times in their past, don't know what to do with a good man in a good relationship, or it's women who were just never exposed to a good man and don't know what that looks like. But please don't deal with or get involved with or stay involved with this type of woman, because it's not going to end good for you. It's not. Let me know what y'all think about this one. I don't pretend to know everything. I just know what I know. See y'all on the next one. Peace and love.